Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Chiefs would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Raiders going up against the Chiefs.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Cooper, the man in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Play clock winding down. And now here's a carry heading left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's taken in at the 9. Spins by. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by David Amerson. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They go play action here on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Shotgun now for Carr. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Going with a screen for Murray. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 12-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Tyreek Hill on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep. And got his man. Complete. And he's taken down deep in their territory. A big play there for KC. 68 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent?
Ware gets hit and the ball is loose. And the Raiders have recovered.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Play action. Now it's Carr. It's brought in by Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. $10 yards still left on 2nd down. again. Carr. And that is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Carr on the bootleg. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. From midfield, here's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Carr gonna throw. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we'll put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
23 yards on the play. Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And to give this time to the tailback. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Now on 1st down. Finding room inside the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. Carr now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Carr to throw again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball, they can go to that play-action pass. You see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with.
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. They'll leave this for Ware. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. And he'll give it here to his running back. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way in for the touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Dumps that off to Ware. powering his way forward. He got 29 yards that time.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run again with Ware. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On the run, it's Ware. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now a handoff as they run left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach.
And the Raiders have got him.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He'll look to throw. Airs this out for Matthews. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run now with Ware. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Khalil Mack in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conlon. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Stevenson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him a 1st down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. On 1st down, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, able to shed some tacklers, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem fair, does it? Because this guy was breaking tackles, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what he did. A really good effort by him, but give credit to the defense of giving up no gain.
Throwing now is Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And now it's 2nd and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the silver and black continue to roll. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 23. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. They're going to try and throw. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Raiders on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go! 38!
first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Let's go. What? None. What? None.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down.
Hey, 734. Come down.
Now they'll throw with Carr. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Here we go. What? None. Check. 3 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. What? None. Flex round. Flex round.
They get it to Washington, running left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bruce Irvin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Looking to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does?
And look at this, another fake. And now here is another interception. Picked up by DeAndre Hall. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Now they try the right side here, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. Goes to Ware on the screen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got it. This is Ware. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So out come the Raiders. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Raiders on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd down and 12. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll come on to kick this one away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for our visitors, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.